Clinical Biochemistry by P.K. Prabhakar. Today I am going to talk about, we are going to summarize glycolysis. Already we have discussed about glycolysis, its process, energetics we have already discussed. So today I am just going to summarize the glycolysis. So the first thing, glycolysis is going to occur in almost all the cells. So this is a universal process. Second, this is most important process in some of the cells where mitochondria is lacking. So the cells which lack mitochondria, there it is very important because they don't have Krebs cycle, they don't have any kind of other processes for energy generations. So such cells are like RBC, lens, retina. Overall glycolysis, there are 10 steps, reactions, which is going to catalyzed by 10 different enzymes, and out of these 10 steps, 10 enzymes, 10 steps reactions, they were divided into 3 different phases. So the first phase was energy investment phase, second phase was a splitting phase, and third phase was energy generation phase. So all these 10 enzymes, 7 steps are reversible, 3 steps are irreversible. These 3 steps are catalyzed by enzymes hexokinase or glucokinase, phosphofructokinase, and pyruvate kinase. So these are the 3 enzymes where we are having irreversible reactions, and these 3 are the regulatory steps also. So normally regulations occurs at these 3 steps. Out of these 10 steps, there are 5 steps where either ATP will be used or ATP will be produced, or it is going to give us an ADH. So there are 5 steps. Those 5 steps are catalyzed by 5 different enzymes. This glycolysis occurs in both ways, in the presence of oxygen as well as in the absence of oxygen. So that is, we are calling it, it can occur in aerobic as well as in aerobic conditions. When it is going to occur in aerobic conditions, that time the metabolites which we are going to get at the end of glycolysis, that is called pyruvic acid. So pyruvic acid will be transferred to mitochondria. There it will be involved in Krebs cycle. In case of anaerobic reactions, pyruvic acid is converted to lactic acid, and that will be the end product. The ATP produced in case of aerobic reactions, where it will be going to involve through electron transport chains in the presence of oxygens, there either 6 ATP will be produced or 8 ATP will be produced. That depends on subtle system. Either it is going to use malate aspartate subtle system, or it is going to use glycerol phosphate subtle system. If it is anaerobic reactions, that time NADH will not be produced. NADH will be used in the case of pyruvate to lactate conversion. So there we are going to have only 2 ATP as the productions. This reaction is a very important reaction in case of muscle physiology also. Now we are going to talk about the regulatory. Now we are going to talk about regulatory steps of the glycolysis. How glycolysis will be regulated. So the first, there are 3 steps which is regulatory steps. Those steps are catalyzed by, first reaction is going to be catalyzed by hexokinase or glucokinase. Second step is catalyzed by phosphofructokinase, and third step is catalyzed by pyruvate kinase. So these are the three steps which is regulatory steps, and these three are irreversible steps also. Once normally when we are going to glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, I will let the light write it a bit bigger. So the reaction is glucose converted to glucose 6-phosphate. Here enzyme is hexokinase or glucokinase with the involvement of ATP. We are going to get ADP. This is one step. Then we are having fructose 6-phosphate. This fructose 6-phosphate converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphofructokinase, especially 1, and this reaction is also involving ATP and produces ADP. And the last reaction which is catalyzed by third step, that is we are having phosphoenol pyruvate, and we are getting pyruvate. In this case ATP is going to be produced. So there we are having ADP, we are using ADP and we get ATP, and enzyme is pyruvate kinase. So the enzyme which is regulated as hexokinase, phosphofructokinase and pyruvate kinase. Ultimate result of this glycolysis is we are going to use glucose, 1 molecule of glucose, and we are going to get 2 molecule of pyruvic acid. Now as the result of glycolysis is energy production. So whenever cells is having high amount of ATP, so if cell is having reservoir ATP reservoir in high amount, this process will be stopped. So normally this process is ATP is going to suppress it, but if cell is having less amount of ATP, like more, it is having adenosine monophosphate, reaction will be activated. So ATP, high amount of ATP activates this slow down this process, and high amount of AMP catalyzes the reactions. Similarly, this glucokinase, it is also activated by insulin. So if I will have insulin, it increases the rate of reactions. If we are having glucagon, rate of reaction will be slow down. So these are the things which catalyzes the first step of the reaction, like glucokinase, hexokinase. Now coming to the phosphofructokinase regulations. This phosphofructokinase 1 is regulated mainly by a molecule that is called fructose 2,6-bisphosphatase. Fructose 2,6-bisphosphate. So the presence of fructose 2,6-bisphosphate activate this enzyme, and the conversion will be faster. Similarly, similar to glucokinase, presence of AMP catalyzes the reactions, increases the reactions. Presence of ATP decreasing the rate of reactions. Citrate again inhibit the reactions. Other than this one, hormones, insulin and glucagon have the same effect, like presence of insulin catalyzes the reactions, whereas presence of glucagon decreases the rate of reactions. So this is the regulation for phosphofructokinase. Third enzyme is pyruvate kinase, which is regulated. Pyruvate kinase is regulated by fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. So it is, if we are having fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate increases the rate of reactions. It will be increased. If presence of ATP will be there, rate of reaction will be decreased, and it is also inhibited by alanine enzyme. And hormone is having same effect. Like if we are having insulin, rate of reactions will be increased. If we are having glucagon, rate of reaction will be decreased. So this is how glycolysis will be regulated. Now I am going to summarize the regulations. So out of the 10 steps of glycolysis, there are 3 steps which is regulated by different processes. 3 steps are the regulatory steps. Out of these 3 steps, this is phosphofructokinase reaction is called as rate limiting step. So our rate of glycolysis depends on phosphofructokinase. So this is the most important enzyme in the glycolysis process. Now, out of these 10 steps, the first step which is regulated, that is catalyzed by hexokinase or glucokinase. The second step which is regulated by, that is called as catalyzed by phosphofructokinase 1. Third step which is regulated, that is called as pyruvate kinase. Now come to the first step, which is first regulatory step, that is conversion of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, which is catalyzed by hexokinase or glucokinase with the involvement of ATP, produces ADP. This reaction is catalyzed by some of the metabolites. Like if cell is having ATP, rate of reaction will be decreased. If cell is having AMP, more AMP, rate of reaction will be faster. If cell is having insulin, rate of reaction will be fast increased. Glucagon presence will decrease the rate of reaction. Phosphofructokinase is regulated by the most important regulatory molecules is fructose 2,6-bisphosphate. So presence of fructose 2,6-bisphosphate increases the rate of reaction of phosphofructokinase. Presence of AMP activates the enzyme. Presence of ATP decreases its rate. Presence of citrate decreases its rate. And insulin is having the same effect as it is going to occur on glucokinase. It increases the rate of reactions. Glucagon decreases the rate of reactions. In case of pyruvate kinase, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate catalyzes the rate of reaction in the positive manner, so it induces the enzyme's activity. Presence of ATP and alanine as well as glucagon decreases the rate of reaction, and insulin is having positive effects. So this is how glycolysis is regulated. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Hope you have understood the regulations. Next day we will talk about the linking reactions, how this pyruvic acid is involved in the Krebs cycle and how it is used to Krebs cycle, and then we will go for Krebs cycles. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, like the video if you have liked the content, and please share it. Thank you very much.